Hello, everybody. It's me, Trader Max, here from Shogun, and we're with our Anvil MVM 2.5. We're going to be talking about DCA with the Anvil, with the automated dollar cost averaging built strictly for Solana meme coins. Let's get started. Okay, great. So what we're going to do is I'm going to explain a little bit about what DCA is right now, and then we're going to jump right into showing what it looks like on the Anvil 2.5. All right, first off, big question. What is DCA? Dollar cost averaging is an investment strategy where you can buy in and sell out either DCA in or DCA out, as the term is. And what this does is takes and invests a fixed amount over regular intervals, right? So there are plenty of other DCA systems out there that do this model that you can do like a couple of dollars every hour. You can choose the time frame. In DCAing in the example, where you're buying more as you're going up, you buy at a lower price, you buy at a lower price, the price drops down, you buy again, you keep up at that point. There's all different types of ways to do this. The main concept behind DCAing is to, one, keep the average amount of how much you've been spending. I mean, yes, you could go in and buy a big, huge amount and create this huge deviation in chart value. But what normally happens is that triggers response from other people on the chart and causes people to sell out because now it's at a higher level. Here, you're actually slowly buying in, and it keeps the price stable enough to where you don't lose value on that process. Most people who go in and throw just a large amount, a big chunk on the chart, end up losing the average of what they normally would have, and the price drops so low that they don't feel it necessary. So it causes all this psychological battle, right? So a DCA system really does, it reduces the impact of volatility over the time. It builds a position to slowly and strategically move the chart in the right direction. Now, why would you use this? Just like we said, it smooths out price swings. It keeps some big giant deviations happening. And this is something that's powerful for a chart, especially for meme coins, because degens in this world are very volatile, very 88 ooh squirrel kind of mentality. So big giant moves become very, very scary, but slow creeps up give people more strength and power to stay with the coin and the network. It's ideal for long-term growth and activating your DCA system at certain points of interval where you would see maybe somebody sells off some, and then you go in and you go to your bot and you activate it, and it buys in a little bit at that level. So there's a little manual work to it, of course. Later versions and modules may have even better automation to it, but for now, this automated series of interval interaction is pretty powerful. Now, DCA with the Anvil Bot 2.5, why do it? Well, the big thing is that the fees are lower than most trading systems out there, so it's a good system to put your money where your mouth is. The Anvil Bot 2.5 lets you automate the DCA buys in and sells. You could do a buy in or sell, and we're going to show you how to do that when we jump in. You could set intervals. Our bot right now does minimum of 3 minutes. 3, 5, 10, 15 in those processes. And future modules, we will extend those out or shorten them, of course. You can define in certain intervals, you can define the amount what you do. And yes, you can say I want to buy $100 over a period of time. You got to do a little math at that point, but ultimately enough, most DCA systems only do the direction. They only do buys. Or only do sells all the way out. But in this particular case, what doing a sell ratio happens, like if you're doing buys in, you're going to buy in for a DCA in. And so you do, say, 4 in a row, and then you do a sell. What this does is that it sort of resets and calibrates the chart value and the volume to it as well. And then it goes again and does a little bit more. So you could take advantage of those buys in and sell off a little to make a little money, and then go do it again. And it's just going to keep going until the Solana runs out at that point. Now, from this point, let's just jump over and have a look at what it looks like to create a DCA into our chart over on Shogun. Okay, as we jump over to the Anvil 2.5, the system is set up in a particular way, and why I love this process so much is because it gives us an opportunity to create very universal things, very strategic things, while having some separation, and not just everything in one big box, right? So what I'm going to do first is that I want to create a wallet that is just, so if you watch other videos I've done, this is from the cross hatching. These are 3 particular strategy trades that are happening, swaps, and each wallet has its own. These are funding wallets in the process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another wallet, okay, this TEZN one, and this is going to become my DCA in out, DCA in really, because I don't DCA out of my own coin, right? Because it's really powerful for us to keep that going on. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to add some money to it. Okay, so I've taken my wallet that we just created and I've added some. I'm going to hit the balance here, and there we go. It's 0.58. This is like $100, right? Now, here's the thing. I want you all to remember that this is something you could do for yourself, but if you're a dev of a coin or you're a community member, and you got people that are going to be coming in and DCing in or even DCing out, you should be telling them, hey, listen, use the bot. It's the relationship with the system in there is so inexpensive, and plus you as the member would get, if you share this with other people that are DCAing in and out, you share this with other people, your affiliate code from your affiliate section, go watch the affiliate video, okay, then you're going to get a small cut of that as well. And why not use that for your community? So telling your people, hey, listen, if you're going to have bringing money in, please use this bot to DCA in. It keeps the system on check. It keeps the charts, from being too volatile. If you do got to go, we understand. But if you could use the bot to do that, to get out, that's completely cool as well. This will get you the, opportunity, and stop giving it to, the heavy expenses from Phantom or Radium or all that stuff, and give it back to the community, even if you are leaving, right? So this does do a pretty powerful thing. So back on track, we got some money in the wallet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to a swap, or just click activity. I'm going to pull this up, and we don't have one there yet. There's the 3 swaps we were talking about before. I'm going to add a swap. Now, adding the swap, because I don't want to go, again, the 10% rule is a very powerful rule for me because it takes all the emotion out of the trading side of it. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do this over 15-minute periods, because I want this thing to go out a little bit longer than normal. So that's if I take a certain percentage of amount of every single trade that we're doing over 15 minutes, this is going to extend it over a period of time. It'll also help my other trades that are happening on the chart as well. So when I'm DCing in, now our bots, our system, we put 25% of everything that the bot makes back into the chart, and this is one of the ways that we do it through this DCA process, okay? So this is really fun for us. So how do we do this? We're going to set the ratio of what it goes in a positive manner, right? That means that our buys are always more than our sells. Now, there's no rule of thumb to say that you can't have 3 buys and then 2 sells, as long as the power side is on the buy side. Does that make sense? I hope so. So, because we're going to choose a particular direction, we're going to choose one way on the direction of value. We're not going to choose a way where it kind of resells and it goes back and flips it. This way, we're just going to choose one direction, okay? Now, this is a buy in, right? So a DCA in. So our buys are always going to be more than our sells. To do this on a DCA out is simply in the reverse. Make sure that the buys are less than the sells. Okay, so let's do that. Let's get in, and we're going to take this $100. We're going to put it over every 15 minutes over a period of time. And again, depending on how fast you want to do this, so if I say $1 in the process, or I want to put in a particular amount, I'm going to keep it at oops, I messed that up. I hit the button, which is cool because I can just go back, hit return, go back to the thing, add the swap, no harm, no foul. There we go. Click that. I'm going to choose 15 minutes. I'm going to choose, now I'm choosing the amount of the ratios here. So I'm going to choose 4_1. Okay. This is going to take 5 trades. Okay. Or you know what? I'll even do this. I'll do 3:1. Okay. And what this is going to do is that this is going to give me 3 buys to my 1 sell. Now, why put a sell? Why can't I just put 0 in there? Well, our system won't allow it right now. In later modules, we'll have a little different way that we're going to be doing DCAs. This is one way you're still going to have it, okay? but we're going to be using it in this fashion for now. So 3 to 1, that means that there'll be 3 buys to 1 sell. And if I have 1,000 coins, it'll generate 3,000 coins in my favor, then sell off once. So 2,000 would be just about every hour. Okay, so however much that would be. Okay, so we're going to click on return. Now remember, I only want to use one-way direction on this particular wallet. Why? Because this is what's going to give me that movement over a period of time, and not flip it around and come back the opposite way. Okay, so now I'm going to now do 0.058, because what this is going to do, that's 10% of the value there. This is $100. That means that's $10 trades that's happening every single time. So I can keep it to that level, what we're doing, right? Or I can even half that at that point and go to 5%, which would then be like 2.9, right? So let's do that. Let's do 2.9, just like that. So now I'm at 5% value coming in from this process for the level. Okay, this is going to take it a little bit longer. You could even do even half that again and do that again and do it like 1.85, right? So it's something that it really depends on you, the person that's coming in. You could even do it more or less. I'm just using the 10% rule at this point. I'm going to hit return. And what this is going to bring up is a small priority fee. We're just going to choose small. You would choose the others if you had $10,000, you wanted to bring it over a period of time, yeah, or if you had it to where you had a lot of volatility going to your market, it would be in that process. So now, this is it. This is the breakdown of the chart. Make sure that everything is correct. It hasn't fired off. It's going to wait 15 minutes, or up to about 15 minutes for it to fire. But you'll have all your information in here. You'll have your wallet addresses, the funding wallet address, the coin that it's on, the level, the ratio, the amounts, which direction, all that kind of good stuff, your fee, all of that stuff. So there you go. So I'm going to stop the video now, and I'm going to come back once it's fired off. All right, here we are over on our chart over on Shogun, and it just fired off about a minute ago. Here it is, the 0.029. This is what we put into the network to get to that 5% of our $100 that we wanted to put in for every trade. And this is going to take, I'm probably going to say, because if you think about it, it's $5 per each one. So we got about $15 each time. There might be benefits of it coming in. We might make some money as the coin's going up because we have other things happening. It's just all about going in and testing this theory out and this process out. It works very well for us. We love it in that solution. So there it is as it's fired off. Now, one last little thing to remember. When you're using the bot itself, when the network, when you finally run out and you haven't stopped it, it's going to lay in limbo. Okay, so I want you to keep that in mind, that it's going to, once the soul runs out, it's not going to be able to make any more trades. There's no flipping it around. The AI is not going to do anything. It's just going to wait. Now, why is that so relevant to you? Well, you can actually set up your affiliate wallet to go to a trading wallet that's on here. So if you, let's say you want to give that out, and everything you make through that affiliate wallet, you want to go back and buy your chart, you could do an automated series like that. Or you could just send money to it when you get, like if you have $100 or $50 or $25 and chuck it to it. And because it's low, it's gonna trade to that. So once you send it to, it'll automatically reactivate and go through. If it doesn't, that means that there may have been a restart or something. So you'd always have to check it, of course. But it should be to a point where it automatically goes on each and every time. All right. Now, how to stop that? Of course, just like with any other, you just got to find the activity. Where's it at? And here we are, the 2.9. I would simply come in, I would hit stop or delete or whatever I wanted to do to make that completely divest. Now, also keep in mind, don't leave your earnings of it, right? Like over a period of time, you want to leave a little bit. Okay, so if I go back in and I do wallet, I go to the wallet that was there and I do balance, I'm going to see that I have a little Shogun in here now, right? So I've been spending a little bit and I have a little Shogun in here. When I get to a point where I want to keep, one or two trades of Shogun, see it's doing about 35,000 coin each buy. Okay, so what I want to do is that I want to leave about twice as much of what each buy is in the system. Remember, because I'm doing one sell, and I want to keep about double of that. So if not, then it's going to stop it. Okay. So in ending here, I think it's best to remove the majority of your quote token from the system to go to a wallet that you're going to be housing all your stuff. Okay. Keep the SOL freshed up, keep that tapped in, but remove the rest of it. Don't accumulate a bunch in this wallet. I want you to remove, keep very small pushes, and then get your stuff over to your security wallets, get it in your ledgers, do whatever you need to do at that point. Okay. I think that's about it. DCAing out is the same thing. It's just in reverse like we talked about with the ratios. I hope this finds you well. There's a lot of different, if you come up with an idea of strategy, you see something that works better, please let us know. I'm Trader Max. This has been a Shogun MVM 2.5 series of DCA. I hope this found you well. I hope you got a lot of opportunity to use it. We'll see you next time. And as always, trade well.